Hello yogis, we are going to have fun with Utthitha Trikonasana today, the triangle pose. To warm up, we're going to start with Adho Mukha Svanasana dog pose into Uttanasana. So let me just show you. Stepping back into my Adho Mukha Svanasana. We'll stay here for a while to get that wonderful stretch in the body. Step forwards, and we're going to part the feet hip width and release into Uttanasana. Now you can see I've got a chair in front of me. For those of you that know you need support for your hands, you can use blocks or a chair. Okay, so let's start together. Stand in the top end of your mat. And first of all, everything starts with a good Tadasana. So shoulders back, extend into your fingertips. Take your hands up into Utthita, stretch yourself out of your hips. And then inhale, as you exhale, you extend forwards into Uttanasana, release the full body, crown of the head going towards the floor. Stay for a moment. Then you bend your knees, place your hands firmly onto the floor and step back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Going onto the ball mounts of the feet, lift your buttocks high and then take your heels down without losing the height of the buttocks. Now really think of stretching from your hands into your shoulders, into your buttocks. Lift from the back of the knees to your buttocks. Take the tops of your thighs back, the very tops of your thighs, lift them and push them back. Take a few deeper breaths here and really feel the stretch in your body, a stretch that the body so appreciates. Make sure that your front ribs stay to the spine. And then from here, inhale, as you exhale, step forwards. Part your feet hip width. Now you can hold your elbows if your hands cannot reach the floor. Let the head just release. Get your breath. And then place the hands on the hips and inhale and come up with a strong straight spine. Back to Tadasana. Okay, so we're going to do our first Utthitha Trikonasana extended triangle pose together. And we're going to look at all the different aspects of Trikonasana today, and we're going to see how other poses influence our Trikonasana. Okay, standing Tadasana. Bring the middle fingers to touch. Bend the knees, have an exhalation. On an inhalation, jump your feet wide. Now you take your right foot out so that it points straight forwards, the whole leg. Bring the left toes in. Chest is facing forwards, inhale. As I exhale, I really pull my right leg into its hip. I extend, creating maximum stretch. Find the leg and revolve around the spine. So you have to extend into the crown of the head and lift the torso from the floor, roll it up to the ceiling and stretch. So it's the first one of the day. Just observe how it's feeling. Hopefully after half an hour or so, you've got more light on this pose. Exhale. With the inhalation, up you come. Feet forwards. Relax your shoulders. Turn the whole left leg out. Right toe slightly in. Pull that left leg into its own hip. Extend. Revolve. Remember to take your bottom shoulder back, relax it away from the ear. Navel is moving to the ceiling, chest is moving to the ceiling. And in this revolving action, there's still a full extension. One more breath. And then inhale, come up, feet to the front, and back to the center. Okay, so now we're going to see how Bharadvajasana has an effect on our Trikonasana. I'm going to demonstrate the Bharat Vajrasana, and if you've got knee issues, let me just show you. Then you are going to do the pose on a chair, turning. Okay, so if you can't do it on the floor, if you know that your knees can't take the strain, you're going to sit on your chair and you're going to turn towards the backrest. So we're interested in the twisting action here. Let me quickly demonstrate to you. You're going to use a foam or a folded blanket, whatever you need for your Bharat Vajrasana. Let me show you. So I'm first of all taking one leg back, second one, and then I just support the buttock, just the corner of the buttock here, the outer corner of the buttock to level my hips, and then we turn away from our feet. Okay, so you sit in Dandasana, have your foam block or your folded blanket close to you, and we just get our breath here. Okay, so take your left foot and bring it under your right buttock. Take your right leg and put the top of the right foot on top of the inner arch of your left foot. Now you can feel that your left buttock is lower than the right buttock. We've got to correct this. So we just bring the corner of that support under the corner of the buttock, just to give us more of a level hips. Make sure that your right buttock can relax down to the floor and your right big toes are pointing back, and your left toes are pointing to the side. Knees are pointing forwards. Inhale, stretch up, lift. Turning away from your feet towards the left. I lift my spine and I revolve around the axis of the spine. Inhale up, exhale, twist. Inhale up, exhale, twist more. Have your full extension here. Feel how the torso revolves from right to left. And then take the hands up, come back to center and stretch your legs out. Dandasana. Those of you on the chair, swing to the other side. Now bring your right foot under your left buttock. Your left foot is resting on the inner arch of the right foot, and I level my two buttocks. So you get your support, corner of the support, corner of the buttock. And feel the body upright while supported. Softness in your left buttock, so it can relax down to the floor. Lift the spine, take the hands up to the ceiling, revolve away from your feet. Lift the chest and turn. So inhale, extend into the crown of my head. Exhale, I turn around the axis of the spine. Keep on doing this action. Lifting and turning and lifting and turning until you feel that you've gone around the spiral staircase all the way to the top. Arms up to turn to come back to the front and release. Stretch your legs straight for a moment. Remove your support and we come up to standing for Trikonasana. So you're going to hear this word a lot today. So we're going to see how this twisting action had an influence on our Trikonasana. Middle fingers touch. Inhalation, jump. Remember, you don't jump if you've got a sore back, you step. Revolve the whole right leg out, leg toes in. Inhale, as I exhale, I first extend just like you did in the previous twist. Find the leg, and then extending still into the crown of the head, I turn my abdomen. Extending again, I turn my chest. Keep on extending until you've got your maximum revolving action here, just like in your Bharat Vajrasana. Anchor the 2 feet to the floor well, to give you a stable base from where to twist. And then you come up, feet to the front, relax the shoulders and turning the legs to the left. So make make sure the whole left leg is pointing out to the left side, the knee, the toes, and be firm on the outer edge of the right foot. Inhale, extend, find the leg, maximum extension, and then that rotation around the axis of the spine. Abdomen, chest, and shoulder revolving around that long spine. Freedom in the pose. And then inhale, up you come, feet to the front, and step or jump your feet together. Now you're going to just observe here. We're going to do Utthitha 1, and we're going to feel how that has an effect on our Trikonasana. So just observing. Your turn. Okay, so sit on your foam or whatever support folded blanket, and you sit in Dandasana. So you sit firmly on your two buttock bones. Take the buttock flesh back and bend your right knee. Bring that heel close to the buttock and have a little gap between your foot and your left leg. Hold around the knee and sit upright. Extend well into the ball mount of the left leg. Take your left arm behind you, taking the shoulder width, revolving. And then you take your right arm up to the ceiling and you bring the upper arm deep into that knee. And you lift up and you turn the abdomen. You lift the spine, you turn the chest. You lift up and you go as far as you can go. For a moment, think of lifting from the pelvic floor and turning to feel the stability that it gives in your spine. And also make sure that your extended leg, your left leg, is really active and straight. Turn, 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 turn. Lift the spine and come back to the center and stretch both legs out. Bend your left leg. So we're going to bring this back to our Trikonasana in a few moments. So hug the knee to the chest. Have your little gap between the legs. Sit upright. Bring your left arm behind you. Take the shoulder width of your right arm. Take your left arm up to the ceiling. Turn already the abdomen and bring the arm deep into the leg. Lift the spine on an inhalation and twist away from that left knee as you exhale. Inhale up, create the space and turn, 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 turn. Lift the pelvic floor, turn more, and be firm on the center of the heel of your right leg and make really sure that is a very active leg, the right leg. Last moment here, full twist. Keep the spine lifted as you come back to the center, feet forwards. Okay, we come up to standing. We're going to see how this is going to improve our Trikonasana. So let me show you. So now you are going to do your Trikonasana, because this was a bent leg pose. We're going to I'm just showing. When you go into your Trikonasana, we're going to start with a slightly bent leg. And I'm just going to have my arm here in front and turn for a moment. And then sliding my hand down, rotating around the axis of the spine and pressing like I do in Utthitha, and then opening up that leg. And you're going to feel that similar action here, and there might be more space in your body for that whole action. And the body is waking up to the Trikonasana. Stand in the middle of the mat. Shoulders back, middle fingers touch. Remember I said you don't jump with your back is sore. Inhalation, wide. Right leg out and left toes in. Now make sure that your distance is ample. Bend the knees slightly, so it's not a fully bent knee position, slightly. Bring your left hand to the hip for now and just push your right hand into, back of the hand into this leg to keep it open. Now slide that hand down, find your shin or your ankle, don't go too low. Revolve. Start straightening the leg, holding on to the leg wherever you reach. And now turn. Take the bottom shoulder away from the ear, your right shoulder. Abdomen, chest and shoulder turning. And then take your left hand up to the ceiling, stretch, and feel the space that you've created. You feel the extension in the crown of the head and the rotation of the spine. Then exhale. With the inhalation, up you come. Feet to the front, hands on the hips. Take that left foot or right foot in slightly, the left leg out. Bend the knee, just slightly. Bring the left hand on the inside and rotate already. Now you take hold of the leg, the shin, wherever you are. Start straightening it with control. Don't allow your left buttock to pop back. It must be tucked in. Come forward. Open up. Lengthen into the crown of the head and up with your right hand. Bring life to your right leg also and rotate around the axis of the spine and feel how your pose have deepened already. You can reach further. You can twist more. Shoulder, the bottom shoulder relax. Then exhale with the inhalation up you come, feet to the front and back to the center. Now we're going to focus on the pelvic area and you just observe. So you take whatever support you have, whether it is foam blocks or a wooden block, and you're going to put it underneath your sacrum area, which is that bony part just sort of close to the coccyx, your tailbone. And you're going to rest your body here and you're just going to focus on the space that you're creating here for a moment. So whether it's a stack of foam blocks or a stack of books, just focus on how the pelvic area is unfolding. So get your setup, and I'm going to go into it with you again. So you've got your props close by. You first lie on your back with bent legs. Press on your 2 feet that are hip width apart. Lift the hips. And bring the block on whichever height works for you underneath your sacrum. Now, it's the sacrum, it's very close to the coccyx. It's there where you feel supported. You might want to have the block lower also, but you want to feel this whole pelvic area opening up from one hip top to the other hip top. So get that openness. Stay there for a moment. Now take a little mental photo of where this prop is touching you and how you're feeling this spreading and opening up action. Lift the buttocks, lift the hips, take the body down, release the prop. Roll over to the right side and just put the prop to the side and come up to standing for Trikonasana. Now while I do my Trikonasana, I'm going to imagine the block there. So bring your middle fingers to touch, bend the knees, and jump the feet apart. Now from here, right leg out, left toes in, just like before. We're going to go into the classical pose, but let's just start with the knees slightly bent. Reach, straighten, hold the leg, and now when you're there, settle. If you feel that your top arm bothers you, put it on your hip for a moment and just feel the block underneath the sacrum and feel the hip tops opening up. Just feel that action for a moment. You can even put your back of the hand there where the block was, just to get that sensation. So the pelvis unfolding and opening up. So you already have the twisting action inside of you, the pelvis unfolding, and we stretch. So feel that support under the pelvis and allow it to open up. And then inhale, come up. Keep that awareness, feet to the front. Left toes out, left leg out, right toes in. Bend the knee, go into the pose with that slightly bent knee. You reach lower when you go in with the bent leg. Now once you're there, that awareness of the block underneath the pelvic area. Feel that support on the sacrum. Put the hand there if you need to, it helps. Yes, it's there. I can open up more from the one hip to the other. Stretch. Create that mental support there. Just imagine it there. And then inhale, come up, feet to the front, and feet together. Now we're going to see the effect that a back bend has on Trikonasana. So you've had now already two different twists, the one with the bent leg, the one with the two bent legs. So you realize how Trikonasana is absolutely a twisting. You realize how the pelvic area should be stable. And now we're going to maybe feel that if we put the personality of a back bend pose into the Trikonasana, it might even feel a little bit more opened up. Okay, so let's just do this one together. We stand with the feet together, hip width apart, or even wider. And for a moment, I just want you to roll the shoulders back, bend the knees slightly, bring the buttock bones in, lift the chest, straighten the legs, let the arms just hang back, and lift your chest high to the ceiling as you do a little standing back bend. Chest lifting, chest lifting, chest lifting. Now, inhale, up you come, chest lifting, head lifting. Just to give the first little bit of a back bend for you. You're going to now do Utthitha, which is the camel pose on your shins and bending back. I just want to show if there's anyone here that cannot sit on the shins or the knees, you are going to do the same pose, sitting like this and lifting and opening up. Okay, so you're going to do it with the help of a chair. For those of you that do Utthitha on the floor, let's just do together. You sit with your feet and knees hip width apart. You sit like that and let me just show for a moment. Okay. So I'm going to take my chest up to the ceiling, roll the shoulders back, and from here, reach for my two heels and lift the chest. So we're doing a beautiful, simple back bend action. Many of you know that you can't reach your ankles or your heels. You're going to put a bolster behind your knees. Just to press the hands on the bolster. You know how to do that. If it's impossible, you keep your hands on your buttocks when you go back and you just stay there. Remember not to compress your lower back. You're on your shins, buttock bones in, chest lifted, shoulders back. Keep the hands on the hips, now just think of taking buttock bones in and lifting the chest. Lift the chest, lift the chest, lift the chest. Be soft with the head, just tuck the chin slightly into the chest. Slide your hands down, down, down until it finds the bolster or your two heels. And lift the chest and then relax the crown of the head back. Extend, lift, open up the chest, smile. Exhale, inhale, lift the chest, then the head, and for a moment sit down. We're going to see if this helped on Trikonasana. Take a breath. For a moment, just be close together, knees wide, stretch. Deep inhalation, full exhalation, come up, ready to analyze this beautiful pose. And stand in your Trikonasana, in Tadasana. Shoulders back, middle fingers touch. Step or jump your feet apart. And you are now going to take your right leg out, left toes in. Now we're going to think back bend. Okay. Inhale as you exhale, extend. First get the length. Put the top hand on the hip just to start with. Do your first little twist and extension, allow the pelvis to unfold, and then take your top hand up going to exaggerate and take your top hand back more than normal. Think of doing a little back bend action here. Open the chest, open up, open up. Then you can bring that top hand to its original or the right correct position. But just think of doing a little back bend. Open your heart space. Then exhale with the inhalation, up you come. For me, the adding of the back bend is like the cherry on the top of it all. It just gives that last little open bit. To the left. Hand on the hip. Extension, rotation, pelvic opens up. And then that little back bend action. Bringing the hand back to the neutral position, but really feel that openness in the chest. Legs working firmly. Body embracing the pose. And then exhale with the inhalation, up you come. You've done many little aspects of your Trikonasana. And we're just going to do one more together. So you are now going to imagine that you do the last pose of the day, Shavasana. And we're going to do our Trikonasana with the personality of Shavasana, with that peace, quietness. Because you've now showed all the aspects, the body has memorized it, and all you need to do is just expand in the pose, in relaxation. Middle fingers touch, bend the knees, step the feet apart. Wide enough. Turn the right leg out, left toes in. You don't even have to think, you just flow into the pose. And then you soften your jaws, your tongue, your eyes. Just feel as if you've been poured into a container that is the shape of Trikonasana. So you just fill the container with the shape. You become the pose. And the entire body is receptive and soft and calm and beautifully in Trikonasana with the personality of Shavasana. Soft breaths. Then inhale, up you come. Turn the feet forwards. Over towards the left side. Pour yourself into that Trikonasana container on the left side. Feel all the aspects and then relax. Just become the pose. Feel all the little spaces in the body opening up and welcoming this pose. Inhale, up you come. Feet to the front and just step your 2 feet together. And for a moment, place the 2 hands in Namaskar. Take a breath. And you're going to place yourself quietly now for Shavasana. So place yourself on your back. Have enough support for the head. Be warm enough. I'm going to leave you with your Shavasana. And you are not going to come out of the Shavasana too quickly. Once you've placed yourself, take a few deeper breaths and do a Shavasana as long as your body needs. Namaste